It's Grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light, Little Flock. Y'all bear with me. I got a long walk, so I'm getting some nourishment. Think about your life, little flock. And think about all the attention that you've given to the outside world around you. All that attention that you've given to the outside world around you. Think about how much you have let that affect you. What someone said to you. What someone did to you. What something appeared to be to you. If you do this inventory that I'm telling you to do, you will see that most of the things that affect you, that have hurt you, that have caused stress, in other words, that have caused you to come out of the mind of Christ, is because of outward things. Remember, let this mind be in you that was in Christ. Well, if you're going to have that mind in you, then you have to know that mind of Christ. In order to know if y'all got the same mind. If you don't know Christ's mind, you don't know if you got his mind or not. So you might be out of your mind. But if you got Christ's mind, then you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying to you. So because to the world, preaching Christ is foolishness. It doesn't make no sense what I'm talking about to them. They don't even give it the 5 minutes to even answer the question that I asked. Because as soon as I ask it, they think it's nonsense. Have I let things on the outside of me affect me? Yeah, everybody does that. I know. That's why I'm asking you that. So that you can understand that everybody wrong. Do you think everybody on earth got the mind of Christ or not? You're going to say no. You're going to say no. So then what you think I'm doing here? What do you think I'm doing? Converting minds back to the mind of Christ. Reminding the little flock of everything Christ taught them. Why? So that their minds can return to the mind of Christ. Outside of the world of outward appearance. Listen to the Father and listen to Yahusha. You're going to continuously hear about their distaste for us judging outward appearance. He tells you that's the way man does it. Man is fallen. That's the way he judges. He judges by outward appearance, and so he's wrong. My kingdom is not of that world. So it's very clear. That's why I'm asking you what I'm asking you. See? And when you have wisdom, it all makes sense like Legos connecting together. But to those who think they're wise, I deal with the circumstance as it comes to me. I face it. And you do some carnal thing to deal with what you see. You see? You deal with it in a carnal way. That's called walking by sight, not walking by faith. So the little flock, what do? Do we walk by sight or do we walk by faith? Which one? So once again, do you see why I'm reminding you about the error of being affected by what goes on outside of you? Because if you have the mind that Christ had, when things on the outside look terrible, what do you feel on the inside? Think about what I'm saying. If you had the mind of Christ, when things got windy, the wind started blowing on the outside of you, in other words, stormy circumstances, how are you on the inside if you're Christ? So once again, do you see why I'm asking you? Have you let the 3D world affect you? Because when you answer those questions of Christ, you know how you're answering them. But yet when you answer them about yourself, you know the answers are different. Well, that means that y'all aren't one. So I'm reminding you of that so that you can become one with him again. Ain't that simple? Ain't it easy to understand? Don't get caught up on what you see with your eyes or what you hear with your ears, because that's poor judgment. Now, I want you guys to prove to me that it's not. I want you to prove to me that judging by what you see and hear is not poor judgment. But you can't. See that? The scripture going to prove you wrong for judging outward appearance. So then I ask you again, what has happened that has caused you to feel negative feelings? Because I can assure you, we can compare it to Yahushua's life, and it will supersede your own suffering. But what did he do? He opened out his mouth. So then was he full of anxiety? No. When the anxiety tried to well up inside of him, what did he do? He fell before the Father in the Garden of Gethsemane. And he said, Father, if it be at all possible, let this cup pass from me. But nonetheless, let your will be done. You see that internal state of being right there? At peace with whatever you decide, Father. That's what I'll roll with. Because that's what's good for me. That's a calm person. That's a peaceful person. That's a fearless person. So when he knew that those men were going to come take him, he was going to be betrayed by one of his friends. They were going to come, beat him, bear false witness, crucify him, do all of the humiliating things that they did, even spat upon him. While we're on spat upon, how would you feel if somebody spits on you? Would you still be able to remain calm and silent like Yahushua? Well, then you don't have the mind of Yahushua. Ain't that something? Go ahead, squirrel. You get you some. Birds, you can get you some of that too. Y'all see that? You don't have the mind of Christ if you don't do what Christ does in those circumstances. And so he taught us. Yes, if you judge on outward appearance, this looks terrible, and I should be afraid, and I should be screaming, and I should be defending myself, and I should be hollering out, but I'm not. So then when the situation comes to my life, or your life, little flock, that makes you want to scream, that makes you want to lash back, that makes you want to defend yourself, that makes you want to scream out in defense of yourself, you remain silent and calm because Abba's your defender. So since you believe that by faith, then you know he will, even though you can't see him, you know he's coming to your defense every time. You see, Yahushua was obedient unto death, which means he believed the Father loved him even when he was being crucified. He knew that that was still the Father's love. He knew it. So he accepted it. And even if I die, the Father will take me up again. I believe that. So he proved it. He proved the love of God. Can't be killed. He proved it. If you come into oneness with the Father, they can't do anything to you and you'll live eternally. Because creation will sustain what sustains it. See? Y'all know this in your own life, everything that you do. But when it comes to spiritual things, then all of a sudden your knowledge just falls off the cliff. Things don't work the way you thought that they did. My kingdom is not of this world. So then it don't go nothing like how this world go. It's opposite of this world. That's right. So instead of outside, it's inside. Instead of up, it's down. Instead of left, it's right. So they tell you, focus on your outside circumstances. And then they make that stressful for you so you can stay stressed out and do the opposite of what Yahushua told you to do, which proves you're not believing Yahushua. Be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world, so fear not. But I am afraid. I can't be of good cheer because this circumstance is stressing me out. Are you judging outward appearance? Or are you judging the heart of the matter? Righteous judgment. A child has eaten 30 suckers He's eaten 30 of them. Now he's about to grab the 31st sucker and stuck it in his mouth. And his mom snatch out his hand and say, no, no more. And he cries and gets mad because he doesn't think that's good for him. Do you hear me good, little flock, or do you hear me good? They don't think that's good when you took the sucker. They cry and they get mad at you. They even stomp their feet and fold their arms and look at you like they're mad. And you ignore that. So you don't think Abba ever does that with us? Yes, because we don't think that when something is taken from us, it's ever good. We always think that's bad. That's error. We're just like the child that didn't know, or if I eat some more, I'll probably get sick as hell. Now your mom says, okay, now watch this, Israel, watch this. Your mom says, you want another one? Go ahead, have it. Now that just happened to be the one that took you over the edge, and now your ass is sick. So now you're laying there, oh, my stomach, oh. And your mama like, and then you're gonna get mad at your mom now and say, Mom, why didn't you stop me? That's human nature. God, why didn't you stop me from doing that and save me? I did. I tried to take it, but you snatched away from me and ran and was rebellious. So I let you have it so that you could learn that this is why I was taking it. You see how sick you are now? You see how doubled over in pain you are now? Now you understand why I took it, was trying to take it from you. Well, you should have just knocked me down and took it. Yeah, but then you would have called me mean. You would have called me hateful. You would have called me unloving, wouldn't you? Y'all understand this today, little flock? It's deep wisdom you're getting today. Every day. School of Marvelous Light. Because we stay in the light. We stay right in the light. So then our hearts can be made manifest. You see? What's in our heart can be made manifest if we stay in the light. So that means what comes out of your mouth was what was in your heart. Every day, the light coming out. So then what's in your heart? Light. Your whole body shall be full of light. If your eye be single. But see, y'all don't want to be single. Y'all want to be cockeyed. Y'all want to be like this. And I don't know why y'all want to be like this. You can be like this, but you want to be like this. And I don't know why. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. That impairs your vision. Do your eyes like that and see if it impairs your vision when you do it. Well, then don't do it. Remember Christ talking about people being blind. You see? Thinking they have eyes to see. You understand that now? Yeah, they think they seeing. They think they know what's going on. Okay. So this circumstance, I'm facing it. They said they need this amount of money. And you've seen movies and movies and movies. Niggas will go on a spree, get to robbing people, killing people, doing all kind of desperate shit to try to fulfill this need. And you notice everything they're doing is 3D. So then they're walking by sight when you do that. And that's why you panic. I made a post that says, it's hard to walk by sight, but it's easy to walk by faith. And a lot of people won't understand that. What the hell you mean it's hard to walk by sight? It's easy as hell. I open my eyes so I can see where I'm going. If I can't see, then it's going to be hard for me to walk. No, it ain't if you have faith. Because someone else will start doing the walking for you. Because you are a loved being. And when you're loved, you have somebody watching over you that keeps you safe. Even if you're stepping off the cliff, blind, don't know that's where you're going, you will be caught. Because you're loved. That's called grace. It's called grace. And you see the whole world still going along in their carnal minds, thinking that the outside circumstances are what determine how they feel that day. And it is not. The issues of life come forth out of the heart. So that smashes all of you guys down like whack-a-mole that make a different excuse for where your issue came from. Well, when I was a child, this happened to me. And then when I got a very first girlfriend, she cheated on me, so I could never trust women again. And then my mom lied to me about that, so then this. And then okay, now let me tell you who you serve. And then I serve Jesus Christ. Okay, so what did he do? He opened out his mouth. So why you opening up the hell up on your mouth? Why your mouth so damn open? Fogging up my glasses. Why your mouth so doggone open then? If he didn't open his when he was suffering iniquity. See, it's one thing to suffer and you deserve it. But it's one thing to suffer and you don't deserve it. What you going to do when you don't deserve it? Start reacting to it or start looking for the heart of it? Because I'll tell you right now from personal experience, it's best if you just look for the heart of what's going on in your life. Since everything came out of my heart, this came out of my heart too. So then let me deal with my heart, and then that will change. Y'all don't think that's true, and that's why y'all don't enter in. Because that's the kingdom. Because watch what I'm telling you. Once you know that the outside changes based on the inside, then what will you start laboring in? The kingdom, which is within you, which is where Christ said he wants you at. Easy to be understood, not hard. Very easy to be understood and digested. It's easy food, just like that apple I was eating. That's easy to be digested. An apple a day keep the doctor away, they say. There's a reason for that. So it is with spiritual food. A good apple a day keeps the doctor away. Keeps that damn psychiatrist ass away out your pockets that ain't helping you. The grandson of right thought can help you psychologically more than any psychiatrist or psychologist, and he ain't charging you 6 figures to do it neither. Matter of fact, he's not charging you anything to do it. All he's saying is, if you have gratitude for what I have done for you, then let me know. Show me. Because we don't love in tongue and in word. We love in deed and in truth. A real love. That's not fake. That's not just saying something. Do you know how many groups of people have just got together and said some shit and cracked a couple beers together like they were together, but meanwhile there was war in each other's hearts for each other, trying to one-up each other, saying they're on the same team, and you wonder why. You see, this way off subject, but it's just the truth. The Detroit Pistons in 2004 beat the LA Lakers. Now, the Detroit Pistons was considered not to be on the level of a team like the Lakers because the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq in 2004. But Kobe and Shaq only won one game against them Pistons that year, and they lost. You see that? They lost to the Pistons. And why? Because Kobe and Shaq ego. More so Kobe's. And he will admit it himself. It's his fault. He said it himself. So don't get mad at me, all you Kobe fans, Kobe lovers, Kobe idolatriers, idolizers. Don't get mad at me. He said, it's my fault we lost. I was trying to do too much. I was trying to prove myself that I was the leader of that team instead of just working together with Shaq, being co-leaders. I wanted to be the main leader. So he did a lot of dumb stuff that cost his team that championship. And my boys won. Sheed and Ben and Rip, Chauncey and Tayshawn and the rest of them fellas. You see? Because they were a team. They didn't have egos. Isn't that true, guys? Everybody knows that the 2004 Pistons were a real team, if you know about basketball. They were a team. They were no superstars. They were just a bunch of very good players that played their positions. So they succeeded against a team who could not because of their egos. So that truth, I told you, if it's true on one level, it's true on all. That's true on every level then. If you have a team that says they're a team, but they're really about I and their stats and their points and their rebounds and their accolades and their most valuable player awards, if they're more worried about that, then they will fail ultimately because they won't have the love of their brothers. They won't have the respect of their comrades. Many a king has sat on a throne at the end of his life alone because all of the men that died helping him build it are gone. And some of them are gone because of him and his pride. I told you, a king don't kill his man and sacrifice them to vanity. He saves them. He doesn't destroy their lives. He saves their lives. That's what a king does. So, what's saving your life? Telling you the truth. That saves. Now tell me it don't. Everything that you work on, you need to know the truth of it. That's why we put posters in front of the cage before you go in. Don't enter, high electric shock. They got a nigga on there with a lightning bolt going through his chest, getting shocked. I used to laugh seeing them damn things. The nigga like he's slipping on the ground and shit. Watch out, slippery. They got the thing coming down, smashing the man's hand, and the damn buzz is coming all off the guy and shit. That's why we do that. So that we know the truth. So that we don't do nothing stupid. We're free of all of the danger. And so it is with this. If you do life right, then you'll get the right results. Vanity and sanity is doing the same thing, hoping for a different result. You're not going to get a different result doing the same thing. You have to do a new thing. That's what Christ said. You have to become a new man. The old man, was he judging on faith or on outward appearance? So then that proves what the new man got to do. It proves it. You can't say you're new and do the same thing. Still judge outward appearance. Still get stressed out because of outward appearance. Still get sad because of outward appearance. Still get depressed. Well, then you don't have the mind of Christ. When you get in a tight spot, you don't say, Abba, your will be done, and let it be that. Abba, it's uncomfortable. If there's any other way, no, there ain't no other way. Okay, well, your will be done, Father. Okay, then I die. I die daily. I die. And now the man living in me is Christ. So how can you make that statement if you're not acting like Christ? So what does Christ do? What would Christ be doing right now if he was here? Would he be doing what the grandson of right thought is doing right now? Yes. Yes. See how silly people have become? What else would Christ be doing other than giving you the word? What else does he do? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld him as the only begotten Son of the living El. The true Word. We ain't heard nothing like this before. Everybody else been lying to us. But this guy's telling us the truth. Only one person can tell you the truth. That's Christ. So if you're telling the truth in great clarity and you're saving people then, and the only person that can save is Yahushua. So who must you be? You have the mind of Christ. You are one with Christ and Christ is in you and you are not a reprobate. That's what it means. That's what it means. So when he says, blessed is he who when I come, I find him doing what I'm doing, because that's what Christ said he was doing with the Father. I do what I see the Father do. Grandson do what he see the Son do. Yahushua walks around ministering. So what am I doing right now? Am I balled up in a ball, looking all sad, talking about, oh my God, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. This. I bet you if any of you switch shoes with me right now, you'd feel that. If you weren't in this truth and locked in it, you'd feel the pressure. But when you're living in Christ, you don't feel no pressure because he don't. So how can you? Shalom, Mr. Allah.